welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a gorgeous day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Spring feels like it's slowly starting to spring. Very slowly. However, there is a glimpse of sunshine today and I got out of the shower for the first time this year and didn't race to put my towel on straight away. Now, if that's not a sign of spring, summer coming, I don't know what is. We have a lovely video planned today and I am going to start with slightly not bad news. I would say possibly disappointing news. For me, I think it's better news and I hope you guys can get on board with this, but please let me know in the comments if this is something that is like completely out of the question and you do not want happening at all. But I am thinking of cutting my vlogs back down to once a week, either on a Sunday or a Wednesday, depending on whichever you guys would prefer. Now, personally, I think Sundays at 9 AM are potentially the better fit because I feel like a lot of us have more downtime on a Sunday, but also then you do have the rest of the week during the week to catch up as well if you wanted to. But I think the main reasoning for me is I'm a huge believer in quality over quantity, and I've been so grateful for the comments recently of people saying that they're loving the vlogs, they've loved this vlog in particular, etc, etc. However, I think because I have a really busy life and I'm active across all of the 3 social media platforms, my heart and soul hasn't been going into the editing, and I love the editing. And at the beginning of the year when I was posting 1 vlog a week, I loved the vlog that was going live, and at that time I had the occasional second vlog going live if I had a really busy week and lots going on and lots to film and show you, and or I would put a really lovely vlog out on a Sunday and my everything would go into it, and I also had the time to put my everything into the other social platforms as well. For me, I'm a one-man band, and so I haven't got, a team of people to help me and on hand. So I, do everything myself. This isn't like looking for sympathy at all. I absolutely love what I do. But I've got a lot going on in life, and I do a lot, and I'm a busy bee. And even though I've not necessarily been stressed in putting 2 videos out, because I haven't been at all, I'm just not putting my heart and soul into them, and I've been posting them thinking, that's not my best, that's not my best. And as I say, I'm so grateful for the comments and everybody saying that they're loving them still. But for me, I want to be able to know that I put 100% into something. I also feel a real sense of sort of achievement and proudness within myself when I'm putting vlogs out and loving vlogs. Like the Paris vlog I loved. And as I say, at the beginning of the year when there was the Sunday vlogs going live, I was so proud of every single one and just, really getting to grips with my editing and feeling every week that I was progressing. Whereas now I feel like I've sort of stunted that progression in editing and that love for it because there's just so much going on, and there's not been a day in the last 2 or 3 months, I don't think, where I've not vlogged. And I think it's really important actually to have days where I'm not vlogging and I'm focusing on Instagram or TikTok, putting 100% into everything that goes on behind the scenes as well as just in front of the camera. So I hope you guys can get on board with this, and I hope you don't hate me for saying that. And if I get into a really good routine and, I pick everything back up again, I may then jump back into the 2 vlogs a week in the very near future. And as I say, if there's lots going on in a week, if I've got a couple of events going on and, a vlog on a Sunday is going to be so long, then there will also be the Wednesday upload as well. It just might not be every single week at the moment. So that's that little update. Now moving back into this video, spring is beginning to spring, and when spring begins to spring, I really do feel in the need for a spring reset. And I think I want to just say as well, if you're not watching this in the spring, maybe you're watching this in 6 months' time, a year's time, 3 years' time, whatever time of year it is when you're watching this, it's so important, I think, to always know that you can reset at any time. And it's just an excuse, isn't it, to do a spring reset? And I feel like people say at all times of the year now that they're going to do a spring clean, whether it's at Christmas, whether it's in the autumn, in the middle of the summer, it's just a reset and a sort of jig of your life and your mind, your soul, your body, like everything. And I love doing it. It's about that time now where I'm desperate to do it. And I have a list of things which I'm going to list off and read with you as to what I love to do when it comes to resetting at any time in my life, but most especially when we're transitioning from winter to spring. Actually, I've recently switched up to matcha and I didn't like it to start with. However, now it's definitely an acquired taste and I don't get that sort of earthy feel to it anymore. And there's so many benefits to drinking this. Spring reset list is beginning. Bless you, Bridget. The spring reset list is beginning. So, there is no particular order in this list and nothing is more important than the other. However, I do just feel like when we feel good, we look good, and everything else around us is just a much more positive place. Now, I hold my hands up. I am one to not often shave my legs in the winter. Unless someone's going to see them, I don't care too much. However, this is now the spring. We now need to be resetting, as I say, literally from head to toe, house, life, organisation, everything, okay? it's time to bring back the everything shower. Now, I personally love an everything shower, and I do actually try to have an everything shower once a week. However, is an everything shower without shaving your legs? I don't know. So we're gonna bring back like the full everything shower. I'm talking body scrubs, body polishes, your favorite body washes, taking the time to actually blow dry your hair, obviously using heat protectant, face masks, body masks, you know, the whole shebang, that whole self-care pamper moment. If you live alone, you can literally choose your time. If you have a partner, do it when they're not home, just so you've got the whole sort of house free. You can pop on your own music, whether it's, and just have that you time. Make a cup of tea, chill, get your book out, and just have a moment to just sort of decompress, debrief with your life, and just have that sort of self-zen moment. Now, step 2 into our spring reset, the Marie Kondo method. We're going to declutter, deorganize or reorganize. Reorganize probably sounds a lot better. Definitely not deorganize. Reorganize our space and clear out our wardrobes, swap over from our winter wardrobes or autumn winter wardrobes to our more spring summer. If that's something that you do, I personally do because I don't live in the biggest house where I can have everything out all of the time. Make it a twice yearly thing where I swap from spring summer to autumn winter and then back out the other side again. So it's definitely now time to start bringing out some spring summer pieces, because I'm sort of starting to dress a lot more for spring now, and I've only really got autumn things out, and although it's still not the warmest, I'm kind of thinking it's time. And also, I feel like this isn't an overshare, this is just a accountability for me that I really should be ashamed of myself. I don't feel currently deserving of kitchen cupboards. I really don't. Honestly, I was thinking to myself, as you do, obviously, I don't deserve to have kitchen cupboards. The state of some of them, horrific. I should be ashamed of myself, and I really should, I don't know, give myself some form of forfeit, because they are just in a terrible, terrible state. Life gets busy sometimes, dishwashers need emptying sometimes, and we need to reorganize the fridge as well. We need to spring clean the kitchen as well. So definitely Marie Kondo, anything that's not bringing you joy, whether you're donating it, selling it, or storing it, get rid of all the clutter. Now, I don't know about you, but the only thing with the declutter is it does just take its time. So maybe you've got a Saturday or a Sunday where you have a few hours spare, or you've got an evening where you've still got some energy and don't just need like a chilled evening where you have a bath and go straight to bed. But my biggest tip, just don't sit down. Don't make the cup of tea, don't sit down. Do it and then sit down. I don't know if I'm the only one. The second I sit down, if I'm having like an organisation session, a tidy up session, the phone comes out, the scrolling starts, hours have passed, and then I'm just looking around at carnage and either have run out of time and or just have not got the strength or the energy to continue. So don't sit down until it's done. Moving on to step 3. Okay, we've got a decluttered house, deorganised house. No, I keep saying deorganised, a reorganised house. It is now time for the spring clean. Now, a spring clean is much more than just a hoover and like a polish and a surface wipe. We're polishing everything. We're cleaning our windows. To remind myself, windows need doing, glasswork all needs doing, mirrors need polishing, the tops of like the French doors I have going into my living room that I'm looking at right now need polishing. Photo frames, every nook and cranny. We're even going to polish our skirting boards, and I promise you it's the most tedious task I know unless you enjoy cleaning. But once it's done, and honestly, like, you wake up the next morning and you come downstairs and it just feels so good. It just feels so good. And whether you keep it up for a day, a week, a month, or forever, that one moment of joy you get, your hard work's paid off. Okay, next is getting into a new routine, and this is sort of including starting new hobbies maybe, and just finding something new to do in the spring, summer. I don't know why, and I'm sure this is a universal experience, but just having the extra light in the evenings, it does just make the day seem so much longer. I feel so much better already. I feel like I've got my energy back, my mojo back, and all year I've wanted to start playing tennis. Now, I can't play tennis, I'm a newbie. It's one of my goals this year to start a new hobby, and tennis was sort of like at the forefront of that hobby list. So my friend actually really randomly messaged me a few days ago saying, do you want to go play tennis this morning? And I was like, yes, I do, like I really, really do. Sorry, that was the day before, so tomorrow morning, do you want to go and play tennis, which was like 2 days ago. I ordered a racket off Amazon, and honestly it was so much fun to just wake up really early, have that sort of fun exercise, because actually exercise doesn't need to be boring. Exercise doesn't need to be something you don't enjoy. If you don't like running, don't run. If you don't like walking, don't walk. If you don't like cycling, don't cycle. If you don't like lifting weights, try Pilates or yoga instead. And or get one of your friends and find something that you can do together, so it ends up being like a social thing. As we get older, time is poof, it's just gone. All of a sudden the next week's gone, and it just, where has the time gone? And I personally can vouch and put my hands up for saying that I go weeks without seeing friends sometimes, purely without any intention just time flies by, and sometimes it gets to the evening and I do just want to sit down and not move and not talk to anybody, not text anybody, and just decompress from the day, and I really enjoy that time. However, I think it is really important to always be recharging our social batteries, and then if you think about finding the time to be social and then finding the time to put towards exercise, as well as finding the time to do this and this and this, if we can mix some things together sometimes, I think it really helps personally. So finding that girly time within exercising and doing something that's sort of like a team effort, whether it is you go to the gym together and you do a class together, or if you're struggling just, you know, solo to go and put time into exercising, book a class, honestly, because you're either charged for it if you're in like a gym membership where they charge you if you don't turn up, or, you know, in terms of my gym, if I miss 2 classes within 2 weeks, I think it is, I then can't book on a class for a month and I get like a little black mark next to my name. Something like that, where you have to turn up and you have to do it, and if you don't, then obviously there's like a bit of a consequence, I think is a really good way. And also, if you're doing classes, you can find out what you like, you can find out what you don't like, and that's the most important thing about anything in life, not just exercise, is enjoying every moment and enjoying what you do. Now obviously not all of us are going to enjoy sweating if you enjoy a HIIT workout, but it's the feeling at the end of it that you've got to remember and just push through. And also, if you're doing a class, you can't give up halfway through, especially if there's loads of people and there's peer pressure around you. Usually sometimes if I go to the gym, I'll do 20 minutes and think, oh, I've done enough now, and I'll go home. Whereas if I've got a 45-minute gym class, I have to stay for that 45 minutes. And of course as well, like, starting a new hobby doesn't always have to be including exercise. We're wanting to sort of start uplifting our lives again, having things to look forward to, having fun things to do, and also having fun things to progress at. Like, as I was saying to you guys earlier, I felt like at the beginning of the year my editing was really progressing because I was putting my heart and soul into it, and I had a little bit more time to do that. And so it's finding things that you can get better at in life, I think, is always so important, because it's always good to be bettering ourselves. No, I get just such a great sense of accomplishment if I'm getting better at something, no matter what it is. And so it doesn't have to be exercise. It doesn't have to be a new hobby where you're learning, I don't know, like me, to play tennis, or you're wanting to do this or that or the other. Maybe you've always wanted to knit a jumper. Maybe you have always fancied taking like pottery lessons. Giving yourself an hour or a few hours a week to just start something that's just for you, I think is so important, especially at this time of year. It feels like we have so much more time and so much more energy now. The evenings are lighter as well. So my advice is just to really grab this moment now that we have, where we're feeling a lot more positive because we have longer days and we have so much more to look forward to with the summer coming up as well. Just start something new for you and do it for you. And it doesn't have to be something that you plaster over Instagram. It can just be something, even if it's not an Instagrammable thing or something that's trending online at the moment. Do it for you because you want to do it. So I just feel so good for doing that. And leading on to that is building a routine. This works in both morning and evening. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be something that you have to do every single day, nor does it have to be the same as the person that you watch on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. It's something that's maintainable for you and makes you look forward to the next day, because at the end of the day, life, there's a quote, I think it's from, what's her name? Emma. It's from Emma Chamberlain. It's so important to make life as bearable as possible and as good as you possibly can, basically. So looking forward to something tomorrow, and then the next day and the next day, it's just so important. And we have to make our lives as easy as we possibly can. Now, money isn't free and money doesn't come easily, so yes, we do still have to work, but treating ourselves in small ways, doing things for ourselves in small ways, and making our life as enjoyable as we can is so important. And however inspiring and motivating it is to watch other people do their morning or evening routines, and finding different ways to incorporate what you enjoy watching from that to incorporate into your own, however great that is, it still has to be maintainable to you. It still has to be programmed for you. Over the rest of April, have a little play in the mornings and the evenings and create your own routine that really works for you, you can really stick to, and you really enjoy. Next on my list, I have sort of finding a podcast that you love, something that's really uplifting and really makes you feel good. I love The Wellness Cafe. I love Anastasia's. Hers is, Confessions by Anastasia. Love her podcast. So easy listening, and I always feel really good when I listen to things like that. You want to try and find something that's really wellness orientated, educational, and and really positive and uplifting, so that when you come away you feel really, really good, and or you come away feeling like you've learned something. We all obviously have different preferences to what we like to listen to, so as long as when you finish listening to something you feel good and or you feel like you've learned something within that 20 minutes, hour, however long the podcast is on your walk, or whether you're cooking and you're listening to something, making sure that whatever you're listening to, it makes you feel good. The same with watching a film, is making sure that you know there's going to be a happy-ish ending. It doesn't have to be happy the whole way through, but just making sure that it ends good, because it's going to make you feel good. And this is what I'm trying to promote here, is doing things that make you feel good and making sure that you're only doing things that make you feel good when you have control of that situation, you know? The bringing back of the no makeup, summer makeup, no foundation, see a foundation. Trying out some new BB creams, CC creams. I'm actually going to really get into my Amazon storefront a little bit more, and also my links as well, and putting in my favourites as and where I can. It does help sometimes seeing what other people like. And also I know a lot of my links in my description box are affiliate links, and however much obviously it does help me if you buy through my affiliate links, you never have to, and you can just click on them, see what product I'm promoting, and then, you know, go off on your own and buy them separately away from me if that's how you prefer. But I will try my best now to incorporate in the description box like my favourites of things as well. The top tip is to actually go into like the makeup shops, whether it's Space NK, Sephora, Boots, wherever. Most of the makeup counters will give you testers and samples for free, so you can go and get colour matched and come away. I mean, a lot of them say that they want to put it onto your skin while you're there, but I think it's always really important, and what I always say is, can I take a sample away, because I think it's really important that I know how to apply it with my brushes at home and see how it wears throughout the day. I've done it before where I'm on the hunt for a new foundation, and I'll go to 10 of the counters and come away with loads of different samples, and actually that also lasts me for ages as well. But also I then find out what I really like and what really works for my skin, because everybody's skin is different as well. But the no makeup is making a comeback. Time to glow from within again, and yeah, just less heavy makeup, back into like your fresh skin era. At the moment I'm loving the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, the e.l.f. one. Epic. I actually got mine on Amazon, so I will leave it linked. It's incredible, and it's actually slightly fuller coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury one, obviously like 3/4 of the price, and just as glowy, and that with a bit of concealer and liquid bronzer and blush. So easy, so quick and easy, and just makes me feel great. The last thing I've got on my list is revisiting goals that you may have set yourself at the beginning of the year. We're in a new season, we're 1/4 of the way through the year, and I think it's really important actually to go back and have a look at your goals, see if you've accomplished any yet, see if you haven't progressed in any yet, and not beat yourself up over that, but just see how you can start to progress that particular goal, or get that particular goal a little bit quicker, and just sort of recheck in, see if there's any new goals that you want to set yourself, anything that's changed, because you know, we're always evolving, we're always changing, and every time we hit a goal, the goalpost always changes. So I think it's always really important to sort of not put anything in black and white that's too sort of futuristic, because I think we all want different things at different times, and things come and they go, and opinions change all the time, and yeah, revisiting goals I think is a really good one. So I hope you've enjoyed this little part of the video. We're now going to obviously spend the next few days together, and I've actually got some really cool things that I bought personally that I want to show you, because I feel like I'm coming into my cool girl era. I'm not cool. I've never been cool. I'm also not self-acclaiming to be cool. I am the least cool person you will ever know. However, I see the gorgeous girlies on Instagram, I see the gorgeous girlies on TikTok, Pinterest, etc, etc, and however much I love dressing really classily and very timeless fashion, and that is what makes me feel good, is if I, you know, feel like I'm wearing something really beautiful on my body. I'm also a homebody. I'm also a comfort loving girly. I love my loungewear, I love being comfy, and sometimes if I'm just having a girly date with a girlfriend of mine, we're maybe getting manicures or pedicures in the morning, maybe we're nipping to the shops, maybe we are going to go and grab coffee and breakfast. I want to be comfy but still look sort of half put together, but without looking like I've made too much of an effort. And actually, do you know what? I'm really into baggy jeans at the moment, like long jeans with like a cute little tank top in the summer. I think is just going to be a really cool vibe for grabbing coffee in the morning. Also, I think as well, comfort is key, and I don't know whether that is something that is coming the older I get. I don't know, but I've got a new thing for trainers, and I've got a new thing for the Adidas Gazelles. So many are out of stock, but I managed to find these. I'm obsessed. These are my new babies. If they don't fit, I'm going to cry, because the only size they had left was a size 4.5. Now, I'm usually, or always have been, a size 5 until recently, where I feel like my feet have shrunk. I've got something really weird's happened to me. I've got taller and my feet have got smaller. How I stand up straight without toppling over, I don't know. something really weird's gone on with my body over the last like 4 or 5 years. Look at the colour. For summer, I've been thinking with summer dresses, with joggers before a flight, like, oh my gosh. I've never been a trainer person, and if I have been a trainer person, I've been a very bland, very basic, very neutral, sort of plain white sort of trainer girly. Really into the pop of colour, and I've actually got another pair as well, which I'll show you in a second. I think I might send the other pair back, possibly, just because I don't need loads of like funky colour trainers. But this colour I'm obsessed with. They make me feel happy, and again, this is what we need to be buying. Like, if we're buying ourselves new things, they've got to make us feel good, feel happy, feel some form of way. These make me feel so excited for spring and summer. My phone is ringing. But they make me feel amazing. Hello. Yeah, you're right. I'm okay, are you okay? My granddad phoned me, bless his heart. But this is the other pair. Now, I really actually like these, and I do think they're a vibe. I've also got another pair coming. I've got a navy pair, but again, I may send them back because however much I like the fact that the navy are much more of an easy wear, I love these. And also, top tip as well, if you're like myself and you're small-footed, you can buy the junior sizes, and they're literally like half the price, which is fantastic. Which is what the navy are. These 2 pairs I had to buy in adult sizes because of the colour, but the navy were in children's sizes, so I'm going to try them on there. Currently actually in the post office place to pick up because I wasn't here for them yesterday. These are the other pair. Now, I do actually really like these. You're going to have to let me know what you think in the comments. If you actually think these are really cute, and I do really like them. I love the sort of like creamy aspect of them. But what am I really going to wear them with? I could wear them with the outfit today because I'm all just in like a cream and chill top to bottom. But do you know what I mean? Like, what am I really going to wear these with? I can't wear them with black. I can wear them obviously with whites and creams, and actually white jeans might look really cute with these. But I'd kind of need like a similar top colour possibly. I don't know, what do you think? I do really like them. I mean, I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't like them. I really like the vibe. Maybe I need to style them with some different things before making up my mind. And do I really need 2 pairs of like poppy colours? Rest of the video now. I hope you love the rest of the video, and I hope you guys don't hate me too much for dropping the videos down to 1 a week. It is just for now. It may change up again, but in the next few weeks there's more than likely going to be weeks where 2 videos are going live in a week. It's just for the majority of weeks, just having that 1 a week is going to give me so much more time to focus on Instagram and creating amazing content, like amazing content, which is where my heart is, as opposed to uploading loads of stuff and just knowing that my heart isn't 100% happy with it, you know? And I think that's really important, is to be really proud of your work. And I love my work, I love what I do, I love my job, and I love posting YouTube videos. So I just want to know for a fact that when that video goes live, I know every week I can be like, oh, this is one of my best, this is one of my best, as opposed to, don't really like this one very much, you know? So that is my thing, and I will see you guys in a second on a different part of the video. time for the second coffee of the day. We're going on a little road trip actually to get to the best vanilla iced latte in town. Taking snacks of course, and if you're like me and you're a little bit of an unhealthy snacker and or just a snacker in general and tend to reach for unhealthy things because they're quick, they're simple, and let's be honest, they taste so much better than the healthy snacks, try these. These are incredible. Sadly not an ad, however deliciously Ella if you want to sponsor me. These are the apple and raisin oat bars. These are delish. So I've got one of these and we're going up to Tim Hortons in Chichester, which is about an hour's drive from me, and then I've got the horses to do. First off, let's go get coffee. Update everybody, I am in Chichester at Tim Hortons and I've been trying out their French vanilla range. So I'm shooting a day in the life actually for them over on Instagram. The coffee is so good. Now I've tried all 4 flavours. I tried the plain French vanilla in iced and hot and they are so good. However, I did need the caffeine kick, so I've gone for the French vanilla latte in the hot form, but the iced version, oh my gosh, it's so good. So if you do have a Tim Hortons close to you, I thoroughly recommend heading down to try this amazing range, because honestly this is the best takeaway coffee ever. This beats all of the others for me personally. Enjoying my day, and I'm also going to leave this outfit linked because I feel like I'm stepping into my cool girl era, and we've got some trainers at some point in this video to unbox together as well. And I've never been cool, I've never dressed cool, I've never been cool. I'm not cool. I'm so not cool. I'm so the opposite of cool. Like honestly, I'm not cool. However, I always see these gorgeous girlies, Pinterest girlies, Instagram girlies, TikTok girlies looking incredible, and I always think, oh, I want to look like that. I want to be able to wear that. And I always think, no, I'm not cool enough. However, this is a sign to not judge yourself and not to put yourself ever in a particular category. Sometimes I like to dress like I'm dressed in the 1800s, or sometimes I like to dress, you know, covered from top to toe. Sometimes I like to dress and show a little bit of cleavage. I never want to put myself into a fashion category, and so if I want to wear today, for example, a huge great big jumper that I bought in extra large and some baggy jeans with some trainers and be comfortable and feel like that sort of cool girl era chic vibe, then I'm going to. And this is your sign to do the same. Good morning gorgeous people. I am currently just driving, breakfast on the go this morning, wearing all black. Unfortunately I am actually off to a funeral this morning, so I'm just off to go and meet my family now at the church. Hence not very much makeup this morning because I cry at anything, let alone, you know, a family member or somebody that I know that has passed away, and funerals are just the most sad thing ever. And then really annoyingly in my day today, and I've already got a day that's kind of non-stop, I've got to go and get my toes and nails fixed. I think this is a universal and relatable experience. But getting your nails done is the biggest chore in the world, and also it's so difficult to actually find the time because it does take its time. However, but finding the time as well, and finding the time to just sit there and do nothing it's really difficult. So my friend and I, it's my friend Katie that I went to Paris with, we had a really lovely girly morning on Saturday morning. We were going to get manicures, pedicures, and kind of just like block the time out of each other's diaries, and we're just going to have some really lovely girly time, go for lunch and just enjoy the day. 3.5 hours later, we're still in the salon. They were doing like 6 people at once when they were doing 10 minutes per person. Charged us just shy of under £100. Within 3 days, my thumbnail is basically hanging on within an inch of its life, and my toes have chipped, and I've not done anything. Also, this is gel, and this is builder gel. This should not come off for like 2 or 3 weeks. So not particularly happy, and I've got a really busy weekend where I need lovely nails, and I've now got to somehow find the time today to go back and get them fixed. That is first world problems. It's just really irritating when that happens. I think actually this weekend is the first Saturday and Sunday I've had off of the horses since I've started doing the horses myself from last August. Sometimes I'll take the odd Sunday off, sometimes I've swapped a Saturday for a Sunday if I've got something on the Saturday. I've taken the whole weekend off, and I'm actually really looking forward to it, just having a horse-free weekend. I'm just really looking forward to the weekend, so I need to obviously prep before the weekend, because if you're also self-employed or you're a content creator and you're watching me, you will know that there is no switch off. It is literally, I'm not saying it's a difficult job in any way, shape or form, but it is 7 days a week, and it is constant, so actually I'm going to shut off for the whole weekend, and I'm so looking forward to it. I mean, I'm probably going to be on my Instagram stories, let's be honest, but yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that whole sort of switch off period for the weekend. So anyway, I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. Well everybody, here we are, cheers mummy, having a little bit of lunch. So and we've come in. I've got an iced coffee, which is delish. Mum, what have you got?
Banana milkshake.
She's got a banana milkshake, and then we've got, well, I've got avocado on toast coming, and Mum's got eggs Benedict, haven't you? Delish.
Oh, good for her, not wanting.
Well, I've made a bit of a boo-boo today. I have just gone and collected my feed order, which you can probably see in the back. What have I done, I hear you ask? Well, I did a click and collect order, and they had shavings on special offer, like, to be fair, ridiculously cheap shavings, and I did think, surely not. Well, you know, what's the worst that can happen if I buy these, you know, offered shavings? Well, I did think they were quite cheap. They're for guinea pigs and rabbits. The size of the shavings, it wouldn't even, it's the smallest bag of shavings I've ever seen in my life, and now they're shut and I'm away for the weekend, so that's a little bit of a boo-boo for today. But anyway, I have just got to the yard. The sun is shining, guys. The sun is shining, like genuinely shining. The horses, well, Trudy hasn't got a rug on, Ringo's got a Sweetitch rug on. It's bloody lovely. So I'm about to go, so I'm gonna go and do the horses now, and I've got a horse-free weekend, which I'm so looking forward to. I've got such a nice weekend planned anyway, but the fact it's just horse-free, and it's the first weekend I've had horse-free in the longest time, other than obviously going to Paris. So I am just so excited, and that's not to say that and that isn't to say that I don't love my horses. I love my horses more than anything in the world. I'm just excited to be clean for a whole weekend and just not have to come up and just have a weekend just of fun, basically. So I need to give them a really good groom today, make sure that they're all super comfy and cozy for the weekend. I've got feed and whatever all ready for them, and yes, that is my plan for now. And I've just got myself a nice soup for dinner, which is a little bit boring, I know, but I love it. This is my favourite soup. Let me show you. This is the best thing in the whole entire planet. So yeah, that is the plan for the rest of the day. I need to drop the dogs off because they're having a little holiday for the weekend as well, because I am like literally away. We've got some catching up to do, but I don't think it's the time to do some catching up just yet. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the weather, if the weather is still lovely by the time this video goes live, which it's the UK, so we can never be too sure, but I hope you enjoyed the weather while it was there. Well, everybody, summer is hit, the rugs are off. Just taking the big doggy out for her little walkie. We've not done this in a couple of weeks actually, because the weather has been so disgusting, so let's go for a nice little New Forest walk together. Hey, Bubby. You're so big up there. Yeah. Well, I haven't done much videoing because we ended up bumping into the cows, but actually we were okay, weren't we? We walked quite quick, but we were fine because we're good horsey. And her halter's come a bit undone and it's a bit down on her nose, but I'm not going to risk redoing it on our walkies, are we, baby? No. Bridget's here somewhere, she's behind us. Bridge! Bridget! Bridge! Bridget! Good girl, come on, darling, this way. She likes to take her time, doesn't she, darling? Good morning, gorgeous people. It's the weekend and I honestly have the best weekend planned ever. I really want to be nice and present this weekend and not sort of like taking loads of content, but I am obviously going to be bringing you guys along a little bit as well, because I think also it's just so nice, obviously, for you guys to see what I do get up to when I'm not sort of like in work mode and not at the horses and not at home and doing things like that. But also it's so lovely for me to have the memories online forever as well. Like I love taking I love my travel and holiday vlogs because I honestly go back to them all the time and sort of relive the memories. There's so much more, you get so much more memory out of a video than what you do out of a photo, and it's just, I don't know, it's lovely. So I'm going to take this little camera with me actually, because I do need to get to grips with it and learn a lot more about it, and however much I think this is going to be a bit of a tipsy weekend and therefore then may completely forget to take that much content, I do really want to get to know this camera, and that's the reason I bought it, is because it's small, it fits in a pocket, and I can take it around my life with me. So on that note, let's go and have the best weekend ever together.